Hi, this is Mark Laughlin speaking for the Ambidextrous gunfighter. You know, with ammo being tight, we've done a lot on 22s lately. And today, we're going to look at the Henry. It's a model H001 lever action 22. Now these have a 18.5-inch barrel. They weigh about 5¼ pounds. The length of pull is 14 inches. The overall length is 36.5 inches. It has a Tubular Magazine which holds 15 rounds of 22 long rifle, 21 rounds of 22 short. And the manufactured suggested retail price is about $378, and I think you can still find these even with the Great Panic for about $300. Now, as I understand it, over 1 million of these have been sold, and I can say that having purchased a total of 4 of these little rifles, have contributed, rather significantly to that 1 million sold. About 1 for myself, 1 for each of my kids, and then also a little neighbor girl who I promised her one of these if she completed her hunter safety course, and which she did. So I bought her one of these, and she went on to become quite an accomplished hunter, both bow and then centerfire cartridge rifles as well. Now these are with the 18.5-inch barrel and with the breech remaining closed, not a semi-automatic. They're actually pretty quiet. Now you do need to wear ear protection, but you could shoot these without ear protection and it wouldn't be painful, although it does cause damage to your ear if you do it over a prolonged period of time. So you do want to wear ear pro. Very accurate, inherently accurate. The reliability is awesome, very simple. You do have to make sure you have to, can't short stroke the cycle. But as long as you're reliable in your operation of the pit rifle, it is very reliable. And then there's also that whole satisfaction of a lever gun, of just being able to work that lever and have that, Western cowboy feel to it. They do make terrific small game rifles. We've used these for hunting snowshoe hares in Wyoming with considerable success. Now, one thing I like, of course, about the lever action versus, say, your typical bolt action is that they are perfectly mirrored for ambidextrous operation. These rifles have no safety, so there's no need to have like a crossbolt safety that behaves differently from one side or the other. That is, one side to make it safe you push it in, and one side to make it safe you have to push it off. So the manual action is very smooth. It's just unbelievable, very, very smooth. These are very well made 22 rifles. The trigger brake is pretty nice. It's probably not as nice as the trigger on my upgraded trigger on my Ruger 1022 or on, say, the Marlin guide gun. But for a 22 rifle, this has a very nice trigger brake. Now, one thing you want to look at for this, if you're looking at this as a Christmas purchase for someone as a gift, is that it is a great kind of first-time rifle because of being the manual action. You don't have that semi-automatic where you just bang, 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 bang really fast, and you don't develop really good skill. And by having a manual action, you that forces you to, okay, make the shot, bang, work the action, take a little bit of time, be accurate, make another shot. So it's really good for kids because with the semi-automatics, they tend to get kind of carried away and just do mag dumps, which is very satisfying as far as the sounds and stuff, but not very satisfying if you want to learn some marksmanship skills. Now, speaking of marksmanship skills, we often recommend that shooters young and old attend a Project Appleseed rifle marksmanship clinic, which are available all over the United States. Now, how would these do attending a Project Appleseed rifle marksmanship clinic? They're not ideal for that because of several things. One is the manual action does put you at a disadvantage when it comes to maintaining natural point of aim between shots. So you make one shot on a semi-automatic and then you're able to make a follow-up shot without having to change, affect or disrupt your natural point of aim. Whereas with a manual action, you make that first shot, bang, you work the action, that's shifting things off a little bit for your natural point of aim. So it disrupts that a bit, makes things just a little bit more challenging. Now the other thing that makes these not quite optimal is the tubular magazine, which I'm not particularly, it's nice because you have pretty good capacity holding 15 rounds, but it is a bit disconcerting bringing your hand out near the muzzle to load ammunition.
That's what I did. Just shoot fire.
But it does hold 15 rounds, so that is an advantage. It's just that it makes things a little awkward for Project Appleseed having to get your 10 rounds in there, and then you can't do the magazine change portions of the time stages on Project Appleseed. But the instructors will accommodate you if you do show up with one of these, so don't worry about it. If this is what you have, go ahead and bring it to a Project Appleseed. They'll work around and let you, accommodate your need to load through your tubular magazine rather than a detachable magazine like on a Ruger 1022. Now the other disadvantage is that the sight, this barrel mounted leaf sight is mounted about midway down the full overall length of the rifle, which doesn't get you quite the sight radius that you need for really good precision, and you're going to need some pretty good precision on the stage 4 of the Appleseed AQT. And I understand that Henry does make I think it's a rifle just like this, but with a 20-inch barrel and then with a rear peep sight, which would be probably better for Appleseed to get that extra accuracy. Now we took this out, and my sons and I each attempted a course of fire on the Project Appleseed AQT, and my kids really struggled with it. The things they did not like was the buttstock is a really slick plastic, and it was really slipping around. So especially when you work the action, it just wanted to slide off your shoulder. So that could be a little bit grippier, I think. And then, the short sight radius, that definitely was a disadvantage. Now one of my sons has fired manual action rifles. He did the Mossberg MVP and managed to get the Project Appleseed Rifleman score with that. So we know that he can do it with the manual action, but none of us were able to do it with this rifle, at least none of us on our first try with it. Now I think we could probably smooth things out and get a little bit better. I ended up with the better score out of all of us, and I only got a 189, and you need a 215 to get the score. So Offhand, I did really well, got everything in the black.
That is not mine. This is wet. Yeah, thank you for getting all the rounds went over here. That says LC on it too. That's another case. I don't think those are my rounds. No. These are fresh rounds. You can tell by the look of them. You can tell by the look of them. They're newer. They're not weathered as much. Alright, I got my Remington. There's my last two. Those are all three. Tubular Magazine.
And did okay on the sitting portion of it. Everything was scoring on that. I actually shot squatting, which is not actually legal at Appleseed, and it's not quite as stable, but I prefer it, even though it's not quite as stable, because it's fast to get in and out of.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Did all right on the rapid fire prone. Did have one miss, which kind of hurt me there. But what really got me was on the slow fire prone. I had one complete miss there, and you really can't afford any misses on that stage. So, I mean, I could probably, with some more practice with it, could probably get the score. It was also pretty cold that day, so we were basically taking our coats off and then kind of shivering a bit because of the cold. Now, another thing that's a disadvantage for Project Appleseed is that there are no sling studs on here anywhere. And so that's one of the key skills they teach you, is the use of a sling as a shooter's aid. And they teach you the loop sling, hasty sling, and the hasty sling. And so we were basically shooting this on our AQTs without sling support. And so that was a disadvantage as well. And so it really could use, and you can, get some Uncle Mite's sling studs and drill and mount them in here and in this up here somewhere as well, I believe. Getting a little bit thin there, but I believe you could still get a stud mounted in there for your forward sling mount. Now I do think, this is really a perfect gift or rifle for the new shooter, being the manual action. And they do also, by the way, offer a youth version with a shorter length of pull, 13-inch length of pull. So it's a little bit shorter stock, about an inch shorter stock, which will fit a younger person much better. And it also weighs a little bit less at 4.5 pounds, and it has a 16 and a 1/8 inch barrel with an overall length of 33 inches. So a little bit shorter overall for kids. Although I think that most kids can handle this one just fine, teenagers. But get a little bit younger than a teenager, you might need that shorter version. Henry does offer a lot of tribute versions, military, fire department, police, just all kinds of different kind of customized versions, just with nothing really different as far as the function, but just some different looks and stuff. So you'll want to check those out as well. Now, one of the really cool things I like about Henry is that, as they say, quote, it's made in America or not made at all. So that's pretty nice as well. A nice, a terrific gift for Christmas. It's great finish on it. It looks really nice. A nice a nice walnut stock, and you just don't see that quality at this price point much anymore. So I highly recommend that everyone add at least one of these to your household armory. And it's a lot of fun to shoot. In fact, this is probably my wife's, it's her favorite rifle to shoot. She really enjoys shooting it. It's Mark Laughlin with the Ambidextrous Gunfighter. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Got cold water in the back of the truck.
All right, for now. It's not frozen.
No.
Your preparation period is ended with your magazine on your rifle and no safety. Stand. Just line ready, all that stuff. Fire! Shooter's preparation period is ended. Stand. Line ready. Da, 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 da. Fire!
That was short.
Malfunction.
If you just stop it on the side.
Oh.
Oh, these are gonna be so hard to get anywhere. Yeah, you can't even see these once you put your sights on them.
Does it need to be, they need to be a little bit under them though, right?
I think so, because I've seen it high, I think. Oh shit, that was right on.
Where'd the tool go?
Get 2.5 minutes.
It's not loaded. Doesn't have a magazine in it.